Hello everyone, greetings from India. I am Dr. Neeza Singh, librarian, TS Central State Library, Chandigarh, India. It is a matter of great pleasure for me to be here as a part of the panel in the 5th Professional Development Conference of ABGRA in contest of Buenos Aires Book Fair. So I'm really happy to be here and I'm thankful to the organizers and particularly my friend Pablo for inviting me. As a librarian working in public libraries in India, I see every day how access to information is not just a concept or a policy, it's a lifeline. It empowers individuals, bridges inequalities, and fosters informed citizenship. Let me begin with a simple truth. Access to information is a right, but one that remains unevenly distributed. In India, and I believe in many parts of the world, this access is shaped by geography, income, gender, language, and digital literacy. In cities, many people have smartphones, high-speed internet, and exposure to online content. But for millions living in rural or underserved urban areas, the public library is often the only space where they can find reliable, unbiased, and verified information. I've seen students walk for kilometers just to access a newspaper, a textbook, or to use a library computer to fill out an online scholarship form. I've seen senior citizens come in for help understanding pension forms or women looking for resources to start small business. For them, the library isn't just a building, it's a bridge to opportunity. But the challenges are many. One of the most visible is the digital divide. Yes, technology has made information more accessible in theory, but in practice it has excluded those without devices, connectivity, or digital literacy. In India, this divide is sharply visible. Many of our users may not own a smartphone, and even if they do, they might not be comfortable using it for anything beyond calls or basic messaging. This is where the library steps in, not just as a provider of access, but also as a teacher, a guide, a human presence that makes the overwhelming world of information more navigable. Public libraries are uniquely positioned to fill this gap. We provide not only books and digital access, but also orientation, how to search, how to evaluate, and how to use information meaningfully. We help young people prepare for competitive exams, guide farmers to government scheme portals, assist women applying for microloans, and support elderly citizens with pension-related queries. In essence, we are community knowledge navigators. Another challenge we face is misinformation and disinformation. With so much content flooding our screens, often unchecked and amplified by social media, people are increasingly confused or misled. This makes the librarian's role even more critical. We are no longer just custodians of books. We are the curators of truth. We help people separate the fact from fiction, especially in the world where algorithms often prioritize sensationalism over accuracy. We also must talk about inclusivity. Access is not just about having an internet connection, it's also about language, accessibility for persons with disabilities, and understanding. In India, information is often available only in English or Hindi, leaving out millions who speak regional languages or dialects. At our library, we consciously stock materials in multiple languages and help users navigate online platforms in their own mother tongue. But more needs to be done at the policy and platform level to ensure this linguistic inclusion. Access is also gendered. Women and girls, especially in rural areas, often face barriers to accessing public spaces like libraries or using digital tools freely. We've had to design special outreach programs just to bring in girls, offering safe learning environments and targeted workshops that encourage their participation. Despite our efforts, libraries remain underfunded and overlooked. We are not yet seen as essential infrastructure in the way schools or hospitals are. But in a country like India, where information poverty coexists with information overload, libraries are not luxuries, they are necessities. So what do we do going forward? We need stronger investment in public libraries, not in buildings, but in technology, resources, and skilled staff. We need to train librarians in digital literacy, community engagement, and fact-checking because our role is evolving fast. We need policies that support free, open access to government data, educational resources, and legal information. We need more collaborations between libraries, educational institutions, and civil societies. And most importantly, we need to change the perception of librarians from caretakers of books to facilitators of knowledge, digital navigators, and frontline workers in the fight against misinformation and inequality. Let me end with a personal reflection. One of our readers, when we visited on our outreach program in a juvenile home, he got so motivated by the library activities we described and conducted there. He came back to the library, he started using the library more often, and then he pursued his studies back. He did his high school, he did his college, and then finally he is in a very good job right now. So every librarian here has maybe dozens of stories like this. When we talk about access to information, we are really talking about access to possibility, access to dignity, access to a better life. So yes, access to information is a right, but it is still in dispute. It is our collective responsibility to resolve that dispute, not just in law, but in everyday life, through policies, institutions, and a shared commitment to equity. Thank you so much for your patient listening. Thank you.